Okay, let's do a take two. I just started this and then I got a phone call in. Welcome to A Wayward Woman. This is a bold jewelry collection, and I have George put the moon on the loop for me today. It's the 19th, and I want to show a couple things that came in the mail. Well, a couple things I expected, a couple things I didn't. I have my contact lenses in, just my clear ones, my trial pair. Drippy eye. I already had my coffee around 4 o'clock. I gotta take a deep breath. I've got anxiety like through the roof. Last night was really bad. It was so bad for me. Something happened, and I hate to be cryptic, because don't you hate it when people are cryptic? They start telling you something and they don't tell you the whole thing, and then you're like, what? You know? But something happened, and I got really upset, like really nervous, really panicky. Like, it was bad. It was so bad. I get, like, when something really bad happens, I get really bad. My nerves get really bad, like my whole body starts to hurt. And it stayed with me all night, and it stayed with me through a good part of the day, and I have it now in my spine, where my spine feels like a steel rod. You guys know how I get. And I have pain like under my rib cage, and my shoulder blades, everything gets really tense. So I haven't sat in meditation yet. I'm going to do that. I have to decide whether I'm going to do tea meditation or I'm just going to do my straight up meditation. I did my Tai Chi twice. I did it once with George for a little bit. He was here for a little while today. He gave me a ride to a neighboring town so that I could check on a health insurance plan. So I met with my health insurance broker. She's such a sweet lady. And I did pick a different plan. I got a lot of pain. I want to thank everybody for yesterday that left the comments about the different, I'm sorry, hang on. Give me a second here. My anxiety is so high, I'm shaky. It was so bad today that I wasn't going to go and meet with my insurance lady. Usually we just talk over the phone, but she rented an office space close to me. And she said, why don't you come over to the office, bring your insurance cards. It's a whole lot easier just to sit down and do it that way. And it was very pleasant to actually like do a face-to-face with her. Anyway, so that was a good thing. And that all worked out good, but I'm not, well, I'm cold, and so I'm layering, and I'm not as well as I wish I was. The anxiety part of me and the panic attack part of me is never going to go away, ever. Like, no matter how much I try to be normal and be okay, this is in me, and I swear it's been in my system since I was born, I think. And it messes with me like really bad, really, really bad. So I did get that done today. I did meet with her, and I walked up to the corner store. I picked up a few things I needed. I made dinner. This is a chatty, like, old coffee with poet kind of video, but I want to show a couple things that I got also. But I had a pound of ground beef thawed out in the fridge, and so I wanted to make it. And if you want to make like a really easy, quick meal that usually will have leftovers, especially if you're just on your own, so I walked up to the store and picked up a few things I needed, but I browned the ground beef. And I picked up a bag of egg noodles. Now I got the wide egg noodles because I wanted to use half the bag for this recipe, and I want to use half the bag tomorrow and make cottage cheese and noodles. And that's a Hungarian dish that my mom always made for my dad, and I love it, and it's super simple. You boil the egg noodles. When they're done, you run them under cold water. You get them all cold, and then you add cottage cheese, a decent sized container, and you add sour cream, and you mix it all up, and you add some salt and pepper, and you put it in the fridge and get it all real cold, and you eat it as a cold dish. But anyway, it's super inexpensive, super easy. You either love it or hate it, depending on if you like cottage cheese and you like sour cream. If you like both those things, you'll love that. But what I did tonight was I browned the ground beef. I cooked half a bag of noodles. I put them in with the ground beef. I put a jar of brown gravy. I got the generic from the corner store. And I added in green beans and peas and carrots. And then I put some spices, some salt, some pepper, some paprika, some garlic, and some parsley. And I just simmered it for a while. And it was so good. And I have 2 big containers left over, so I have for the next couple days. But I was good because I got some steps in, walking up to the store and walking back. I'm just struggling like crazy. I got a really sweet text from Sky's daughter-in-law. And she sent a video of the grandkids. And it was so sweet. So I texted back with her. We don't have a lot of communication, but I'm appreciative when I get some. And I sent her a bunch of pictures. And I filled her in on like different things about Sky. And then this morning I had to go online and I had to change 3 things. And I did that and everything was successful. I was like, when you're working with passwords and stuff, you never know what's going to happen. So that worked out okay. And then this thing that happened that got me upset, I was able to get that resolved. When things happen, oh, Lord, my back, and you don't know how to deal with it at first, and you're on your own, because I never take any of my stuff to George. Like I look at anything that goes on in my life as my thing, as my issue, like my problem, my issue, my thing to solve. If I have like in a specific question about something, like he's a computer tech whiz, he's an IT person. If I would have a computer question, I would go to him. But I have a laptop, like I have a mini. I have a HP mini, like it's tiny. That Sky bought me a couple of years ago because I had a Dell and I just couldn't work it. I just couldn't. I didn't know what I was doing. So he got me this little laptop, this little mini. And I have a wireless printer that my son had set up for me. Thank goodness for him when he did that. And I had to scan a document and I had to send an email and attach it. Now, for people that are really computer savvy, that's really easy. For me, sometimes it's like, can I do this? But I did. I scanned the document, I saved it in the files, I wrote my email, I attached it, and I hope I got everything right. So there was a lot of computer stuff where I usually am not on my computer hardly at all. But anyway, I got all that done. And right now, there's a couple packages that are coming today. Very small things. But the mail came, but the packages didn't. So I'm guessing that they will be later. The last time I got packages, it was like 10 o'clock at night, which is kind of crazy, but anyway. And then my contact lenses, I got a notice, are coming in on the 21st, which is Thursday, which is my son's birthday, and he texted me and said his surgery was pushed till Friday because they need a second specialist in, a second surgeon in for the surgery. his surgeon wants another surgeon in with him. So they have to push it till Friday. And something else is coming on Friday, but I don't know what it is. I just got a text saying that something would be coming. Anyway, bear with me. You guys, bear with me. What's happening with me happens with me a lot. And it's just not something that is shown very often, that you get a chance to see how hard my struggle is. I struggle like I struggle like nobody's business. Everything is a struggle. But what I got today, well, yesterday, in yesterday's mail, I got an ornament. It came from Amazon, but there was no note. I don't know who sent it. So if you sent it, could you either put in the comments that you sent it, or if you're one of my people over on Messenger, could you let me know? Because there was nothing with it except, where's my glasses? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I need reading glasses when I have contacts in. It's just the packing slip, and it came from a place called Plum and Post. And that's it. There's no name. It came by FedEx. So if you send me this, will you please let me know so I can thank you? But look what came. Look at this turtle ornament. It's big. It's a beautiful size. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? I'm kind of hoping this will pick up as a thumbnail. And it's heavy. It's like a ceramic. But it's just gorgeous. But I don't know. I thank you. Thank you for sending this. I love all these turtles. So that came, and then I also got my friend Yaz, who sent me like essential oils and things like that. And she sent me the teacup I use every morning. Yaz, I still use it. She sent me a card. Look at that. It's a Heartline card, and it says congrats. It's an engagement card. I don't read what's inside, but the Heartline put congrats, so I can say that it said that. And then she wrote something in. So Yaz, I'm going to put this card in with the Love Journey book that I have, that I put the other card in, Pam's card. I'm going to put that in there. That's going to get taped in there. And then also today, I got Sky's ornament from the funeral home. It came in this velvet pouch. And let's see how I can do this. And it looks like this. So pretty. With the string, and it's like China, like. So that will go on the tree. And I got a paper from the Living Memorial Program saying that they, it's a living memorial. This certifies that a tree seedling has been planted as a memorial to your loved one. This thoughtful request from your funeral director is made possible by Batesville and the U.S. Forest Service. The significance of a unique life is symbolized with the planting of a tree. And so I got this certificate that they planted a seedling in Sky's memory. So I got this, and I got the ornament, and I got the turtle yesterday, and I got this beautiful engagement card. I wanted to share that. Yeah, I wanted to share that. I'm glad that, and please, if you sent the turtle, please let me know who you are that sent the turtle. I mean, unless you really want to remain anonymous, please let me know, because I really want to say thank you. I don't know what I want to do the rest of the evening. Sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to bring to the channel. Just sometimes I feel like that. And, you know, my life is, most of the time it's mundane. It's the everyday things. This morning, with everything going on, I was broken out from here to here with anxiety. I get this anxiety rash, and I was just coated from here to here with anxiety rash. Yeah. I was proud of myself that I did get over to the insurance woman, and so I'm switching to, and the plan that I'm switching to starting January 1 is the plan that I had in 2023. So, and 2022. 2022 and 2023, I had the same plan. And then this year, for 2024, I switched plans, and now I'll switch back to my original company. And what I need to take advantage of more is the nurse line, because I keep forgetting that there's a nurse line, and you can use the nurse line 24/7. And sometimes I forget about that. But I have my doctor appointment coming up on the 26th, and tomorrow's the 20th already, so I figured, you know, I might as well just wait and sit down with my PCP and go over with him a few things that are happening. One of them is my right ear. Since I got my head cold, I've been having this, it almost sounds like somebody's taking tin foil or plastic wrap and crinkling it in my ear. I have tinnitus, so I have this background hum all the time. As I get older, it gets a little bit better, so it's not quite as loud, but I have it all the time. It started in 2016, so I've had it 8 years, and I'm used to it, and I'm appreciative when it's lower, when the sound is lower. Like most of the time it's lower now. But this crackling, and I notice it more when I'm laying down, and I tend to turn to my right side. So I'm going to have my doctor check my ears and see if he's seeing anything going on in there. I'll tell him about my head cold and all that stuff. But the crackling can be annoying. And so I'm going to talk to him about that, and this weird pain from my sciatic nerve that goes down my leg. And is there anything I can do besides the heating pad? And he's going to say, I can inject you with like something, but I don't want that either. So the more I walk and the more I exercise, the lessen the pain is. So he may just say, like, just keep walking, you know, keep getting your steps in, and that may take care of it. Then there's a couple other things I want to go over with him and just make sure that I'm on the right track. I want to talk to him about the flu shot. I haven't gotten a flu shot since 2004. And other than the other, wasn't there a week or a couple days that I felt really crappy, and I said it's kind of like I have the flu, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, so tomorrow, I don't have anything on my agenda at all. I got to show you guys something. Hang on. Let me unhook for a second. I want to show you the gem art that I'm doing. If I was any more the professional, huh? Okay. So over the past couple days, I've been working more on this. And I'm sorry, I know the lighting's kind of weird, but I just have one bright light on over there. So I've been working more on this. I've got a lot of the pink done and the red, and down in here and here. And I did the yellow, this like halo here, and some in here. And the color that I have now is, what do I have in the tray? It's another of the pink or the red, and there's not much of it, but I think now I think this next color will be 6 colors. So I've been doing all the pinks and the reds, and I did this yellow, but I haven't gotten into any of the blues or anything like that yet. But I think when it's done, it's going to be really pretty. Like I said, if you like to do diamond art, just check over on Temu. If you're confident to order from Temu, I've never had a problem with any of the things from Temu. It does take longer to get something. It's definitely longer than Amazon. And for the couple people who talked about the hair extensions and stuff, thank you for all the advice. Someone said about the halo with the string, and so I was thinking about that. Does anybody know, does that come with clips? Like, is there a clip or something that holds the string? I'm not sure. I could look, well, I'll have to look on both Amazon and Temu. And the tape-in extensions, I did some research on Amazon, and tell me, for those of you who know, because it was mentioned about the tape-on ones, what I'm reading is that you can only use the tape-on ones like 3 times, like if you take them out and then put them back in, and then the tape doesn't hold up so well. So I'm wondering how often that you have to take them off, and so how long would one set last? If anybody knows, if you put it in the comments for me. I feel like some days I feel like my hair isn't as thin. Other days it feels really much thinner. And if I color my hair, if I put my Clairol, whatever color I pick, if I put my color on, then my hair feels thicker. I guess it's the dye going into the hair. But at the same time, like how long do you want to do that? Especially when your hair is thin. My hair has been thin since I was a little girl. I see pictures of myself when I was like 12, and you could see my ears through my hair even then. So like my hair has always been super, super thin, and it's like, what can you do with it? What do you do? There's no money to go and get extensions put in. That's craziness at this point. I mean, that would be like financial suicide. I'm talking because I'm really nervous. 23 minutes. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to see what I can get into. I'm going to try some meditation and see if I can't decompress a little bit. But this happens to me a lot. When I have a lot of things that I need to get done, I knew I had to go out today. I had to meet with the insurance lady. I knew it was going to be a good experience. She's really sweet, so it wasn't that. It was the going out. It was going someplace new. It was going into a different building. It was me making sure I was at the right place, making the right decision. So now I have to wait for the letter saying, okay, I'm switching plans, and then wait for the card, and then when I go to the doctor, make sure I change everything over. So I need to do that. Now my insurance woman, she told me, she said, Poet, you have a $600 eyewear money that I didn't use. And she said, you have like another 6 weeks that you could still use it. So she said, she gave me a couple names of eyeglass places, like optometrists, that she said takes the vision part of my insurance. And she said, like, call them up and tell them you have this vision insurance. And she said, if nothing else, just since you have your prescription, go, use the money, like use that's in your insurance and get an extra pair of glasses. And that all sounds like it makes sense, right? But then that means I need to make another phone call. That means I need to go another place I've never been. And I need to have another experience that I'm kind of at a place right now where I don't know how many more new experiences I can do. See, even though half the time I'm really good, the other half of the time I'm really not good. And it was like that when Sky was alive. It was like that when I was 14. It was like that when I was 18, when I was 6. And until I was 27 or so, there was no word or name for what I experienced. And so now I'm older, and my doctor that I had before he retired, he said, Poet, after you have your hysterectomy, which I did when I was like 42, he said, your anxiety and your panic attacks are going to lessen because of the hormonal change. That didn't happen. Nothing lessened. Nothing. The nightmares stay the same. What I'm going through now, like, my vision changes up, I get dizzy, like all these things, everything has stayed the same. Everything that might sound so easy to somebody else is like walking over hot coals for me. That's what it's like. So, I push my way through so many experiences, and nothing is getting easier or better. Like I have this block of time where I manage, but by a thread, So even though it may seem like, oh, she's doing really good, it depends on like what really good means. So I might be having a 4 out of 10 day, like 1 being awful, 10 being she's really good. So I might be having like a 4 out of 10 day, which is pretty good for me. And then the rest of the time I'm usually like a 2 out of 10, and I just plow through the best I can. Going into the grocery store earlier was not my best thing, but there was a lot of people there right at that time, and I had to kind of weave my way around people. And but things have to get done. Like, life doesn't stop when you have anxiety. It doesn't. It's not like the world stops and they go, oh, you have anxiety, well, we're just going to stop the world for you and make your life better. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen when you're ill. It doesn't happen whatever disease you have or whatever, anything. It doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. You have to maneuver your way through things and figure out what you're going to do. So I'm going to go. I wanted to show these things. I wanted to ask, again, whoever sent me the turtle, can you let me know so I can say thank you? And yeah, I'm going to sit in meditation. I'm going to get some tea, some green tea, and I'm going to sit in meditation. I'm going to do some more Tai Chi. I'm going to do some exercise, either walk with Leslie or do some dance, to try to work out some of, like, push out some of the anxiety, because it's there and it's real, and it's really, really hard for me even to breathe. Like, to take a deep breath is really hard. So even though it seems like, oh, she's good, she's not good. But she does her best. And really, that's all that any of us can do, right? So thank you for being with me, and I'll talk to you guys soon.